Hola chicas, ¿qué tal estáis? Hope you're all well. I'll probably have a live class with you next time I see you, okay? So today we're just going to have a look at el verbo ser or estar. So back at this del lockdown for lockdown, we had a look at ser. We had, soy, eres, es, somos, soy, some, our little song to be. So in Spanish, there are two ways of saying to be. There's the verb ser and there's the verb estar. So we've seen ser and we're going to see a little bit about estar. Okay, now, okay? So we've got ser to be, estar to be. So this is the verb we learned just before antes in Octubre, Noviembre, and September. So remember the verb ser to be, so remember yo soy, I am. Tú eres, you are. Ella es, he, she is. Nosotros somos, we are. Uh, Vosotros, you plural, sois, or yous as we say in Donegal, and ellos, ellas, son. Okay, so that's the verb said. And if you remember a little song, you go soy, eres, es, somos, soy, son. If you remember a little song we had for that. So that was our verb said. So you just maybe look over that again just in case you, and tal vez you have olvidado if you've forgotten it, okay? So now you can practice a bit. This is our next verb. So we've seen that's our verb said. This is our verb estar. So we've seen there's, and it's the exact same idea, okay? So this is the verb estar, okay? So here we've got estar, okay? So it's the same idea, but they're used for two different things. So you've got estoy, I am, estás, you are, ella está, he or she is. And just be really careful, aquí con los tildes, be careful that these accents, okay? Nosotros estamos, we are. Vosotros estáis, you are. Ellos, ellas están. Okay, so we've got our two verbs to be. We've got our ser and we've got our estar. So just I would this verbo estar, I would take down this verb estar into your copybook. Okay, so we've got soy, eres, es, somos, soy, son, soy, eres, es, somos, soy, son, and soy, eres, es, somos, soy, son. That's the verb ser, and this is our verb. This is our new verb for today. Estoy, the verb estar. So estoy, estás, está. Estamos, estáis, están. So estoy, estás, está. Estamos, estáis, están. And then estoy, estás, está. Estamos, estáis, están. And just be careful, accents on the you are, an accent on the he, she is, an accent on the you plural, and an accent on the a. And be really careful. Ten cuidado con los tildes with the accents. So just a little recap now, but just to explain. So ser is used to explain things that are permanent, okay? Things that don't really change, like your personalidad, like your personality, things like your like where something is like the color of things, okay? Or it's also used to describe maybe your profession, or whatever your mom and dad does, whatever you are, as in like if your job title, okay? And estar is used to describe location. So like remember we were saying on the mi dormitorio, which we're going to come back to, like mi dormitorio es en mi dormitorio, mi cama está al lado de la mesa. My bed is beside the desk. So that's our kind of key idea there. That ser is used to describe permanent things, like things that don't change, that can't really change too much. And estar is used to describe location and temporary state. So like moods, like if somebody's in a bad mood, estoy enfadado, yeah? Or I would always ask you in the morning, ¿Qué tal estás? How are you? And you would say, estoy bien. I'm in a good mood today, but maybe you might be in a bad mood tomorrow. Or you might say, estoy contenta. I'm happy. Yeah? Or you might say, estoy fatal. I'm feeling terrible. Yeah? But you might be just feeling terrible today. You might feel better tomorrow. So that's just for moods. So here, estar for moods and where things are. And ser is more permanent things like maybe your just physical description, like if you're tall, soy alto, you would say soy alto, like if you're tall, and for your personality, not for your personality. Is that okay? So we'll leave that there for there. In your textbook now, so just we're focusing a bit more on estar. There's a couple of things I might have looked, so I'm just going to come out of this a minute. So, oh, bear with me. So, so in your textbooks on página 120, page 120. Page 120, we've got this verbo estar, and we've seen the verb ser, okay, we just looked at it, and then we've got our conjugations here of estar. So we've got estoy, Está, so I am, you are, he, she is. Estamos, we are. Estáis, you plural are. Están, they are. Okay, so that's our verb estar. Okay, to be. Then we've got here we've got ser y estar, so that's different. So ser is used like nationality. You know, like you could say soy irlandés or irlandés. I'm Irish. Descriptions like your looks and personalities. Okay, so you can say soy guapo or guapa. I'm good looking. Es simpático. He or she is kind or simpática, and then la nieve es blanca. The snow is white. Snow is always going to be white, okay? If it falls from the sky. So snow is white, doesn't change, okay? And then our verb estar is used for characteristics, okay? Estoy cansado, cansado. So you're saying estoy cansado, cansada. I'm tired, yeah? Estoy cansado. I'm tired today, okay? I'm tired today. Estoy cansado, cansada today. Maybe mañana, tal vez mañana, you'll be estaré, you know, enfadado. Maybe you'll be angry, or maybe estaré alegre. We'll be happy. So your moods can change, okay? The only one that doesn't change here that sometimes is tricky is location. Like for this one here, Madrid está en el centro de España. Madrid is in the middle of Spain. That's never going to change because that's the one that catches a little bit out about this idea of temporary, okay? Um, and this is to do with location where things are, okay? For instance, Donegal está en el noroeste de Irlanda. Donegal is in the northwest of Ireland, okay? Noroeste, okay? Um, So I just want you to do two little things for me esta noche tonight. See this verb estar. I want you to just take that down into your cuaderno, into your copybooks, okay? Um, uh, you know, just make note of that verb estar, okay? So just estoy, estás, make a note of that there. And the other little thing I want you to do is the other thing that I want you to make a note of is, and we'll have a look at, see here in Página, so I'm make note of the verb estar and see into your copies here, okay? Um, I want you just to make a note of these expressions here, like estoy aburrido, I'm bored. Estoy cansada, I'm tired. Estoy contenta, I'm happy. Estoy de buen humor, I'm in good mood. Estoy de mal humor, I'm in bad mood. Estoy triste, I'm sad. Estoy enfadado, I'm angry. Estoy enferma, I'm sick. Estoy ocupado, I'm busy. And estoy enamorado, I'm in love. Okay? So what I want you to try and have a look at here. So in your copies, just want to make note of these. There's about 8 here, there's 10 here. Okay, so just put those into your copy, and then if you want, just put a little emoji beside them. A little, so for a start aburrido, you might draw a little an emoji of a bored person, or if you're doing an emoji of somebody's tired, you could draw something like of a tired emoji. If you want to draw one for, you know, estar ocupado, do want an emoji of somebody who looks very busy. You could do an emoji of somebody who's sick, estar enfermo. If you can do an emoji of somebody who's sad, estar triste. So just try out different emojis then for each of those for the vocabulario there and put that into your vocab copy. So just two little things tonight. Look over this verb estar, put that into your copy. So just the verb estar, write it out. And then the other thing I want you to do is I want you to make a note here of these moods here, like estoy aburrido, yeah, or estoy these here moods. Put these into your copies with a little emoji face. For instance, estar contento. You'd write that out, maybe draw an emoji of a happy person. If you don't want to draw an emoji, you can just write it out, whatever's handy. Is that okay, chicas? Y nos hablamos mañana. We'll talk again tomorrow.